Welcome back to you sons of bitches. Another episode of All Sorts of Sports with your hostess with the mostest, K-Dot. That's some weird energy I'm bringing to this, like TRL, late 90s.
I don't know if I like that.
All right, we can do it. I'll bring it back down.
Oh, are you starting?
Yes.
Yeah, he just counted us in.
Oh, okay.
We thought you were being like hormonal teenager, just kind of not talking to us because Ryan muted you before.
No, I was reading some shit.
Got it. So you couldn't hear us?
No. I had to unmute, like I unmuted everything. I had everything muted for a second.
All right. Well, once again, welcome back to All Sorts of Sports. Once again, keeping the energy down. Ryan, you gonna do the song? You gonna do something?
All sorts of sports. Sports in it is.
You're not going to partake?
No, I'm hosting. I didn't want to host, but I'm hosting now, and there's got to be somebody that you should have partook. That was your job to come in and start singing.
I'm being myself.
Whatever. All right, we got another week. Keem is out dealing with a crying baby 2 days before Thanksgiving.
It's a holiday week.
It is. It's whatever.
I'm shocked we're here.
There's nothing happening in the sports world right now, right? Not a damn thing.
Right. Y'all don't give a fuck about Ronaldo, but goddamn.
Hang on, motherfucker. Chill out. Chill out. Just chill out for a second. All right, look. I only want to talk about football, the real football, the American football. The same way that Columbus came over here and called the Native Americans Indians is the same way that I'm going to stick with the game in which we don't use our foot to be called football. And it's the right way to do things because we're American and fuck everybody else. This is going to be you. I'm an American, so apparently are you proud to be an American? Where at least you know you're
Columbus.
All right, so let's get the soccer shit out of the way. What World Cup is this week, and then we got big news coming out of Manchester United. Shit. All right, so Ryan just sent me a text saying my mic is entirely too loud. So I'm just gonna fix this shit right now.
You're peaking it. It's starting to get a little cranky. It's too much energy.
Where I'm at right now.
Way too
low.
Now I'm too low.
Yeah.
I love it. We're just gonna do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. How's this?
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so that works.
So you still got wiggle room to like yell and scream and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to contain myself just a bit. And
you're the host. It's not gonna happen.
This segment, I'm just gonna be quiet as shit. So World Cup, Manchester United news, Ronaldo, this, that, and the other. James, how about you lead us? What's going on?
All right. So I woke up at 5 a.m. to watch Argentina play Saudi Arabia. I shouldn't have woke up at 5 a.m.
No, you should have. What are you talking about? It is the greatest upset in World Cup history. Happened this morning at 5 a.m.
It's fucking bullshit. I woke up at 5 a.m. to see the team that I'm rooting for lose. It's like story of my fucking life, man. I was like, look, Argentina's not going to lose this one. Come on. And sure enough, they fucking did.
Yeah, also team that you're rooting for. What does that mean?
Yeah, what is that?
Fucking what is that? I want Messi to win the World Cup.
Over your home country?
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
No, it's not.
How bizarre?
No, it's not. You don't even know half these fuckers that are playing. I think you might know like 2 or 3 people.
I don't know any of the people in the USA Olympics. I could probably name 5 of them, but I'm watching fucking team skeet shooting, rooting for all of them.
You watch that shit?
America.
You watch that shit?
Skeet shooting? Oh yeah, love it.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
I find it weird. It's like this is supposed to be you root for your home country, no? So the only tie you have to Argentina is a man that you love.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, like if Argentina doesn't win it, then maybe Spain, because I fuck with Pedri and Gavi and Ansu. I want Ansu to do well. Of course, you gotta love and respect Brazil, especially the way they play the game.
Are you just a big Madonna fan? Is that what this is?
No.
Don't cry for me,
Argentina.
No. Hey. Never heard that song. Never heard that song.
It was on Evita. What?
Do you know who Evita is?
No.
Do you not know who Evita Peron is, but you're rooting for Argentina?
Yeah.
Cool.
For Messi. I told you my reasons.
Right. Man you love. Got it.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah.
Speaking of man you love.
Wow, that was a good one. That was good.
Nailed it.
We didn't need to do it, but that was good.
You kind of ran into that one.
Just like Ronaldo running away from his problems at Manchester United. Okay. I'm on my Ryan right now.
I love it.
So Manchester United and Ronaldo jointly announced like a breakup that his contract is officially terminated. So after this World Cup, he will sign with a new team, which also means that would be hilarious. Which also means that he's not going to play in the Europa League versus Barcelona. So I wanted that to happen, but whatever.
I mean,
Brian, where do you think he's going to go?
Probably back to Madrid.
Nah, not well.
No, 100%, because he is on the verge of retirement.
No.
And Madrid, I mean, they'd have to shut the whole place down for like a week if he came back, just to have parades and shit and siestas and then more parades. No. That's the only place. If he's going to retire, which I think he's probably like within that year or two window, that would be the only place I could see him going back to retire. And he just got that watch. I don't know, maybe a paddock or whatever. And inside the watch is him scoring that goal against Manchester United for Real Madrid. It's the header. I don't know. It just seems like one of those fairy tale ending kind of things that seems very, very Ronaldo-ish. And with their issues right now at striker, which they don't have one because Benzema is hurt.
He'll be back. So.
No, he's out for like 4 months. What are you talking about?
Really?
He picked up a full hammy injury. Those things do not recover overnight. So my guess is that's where he ends up, because they have a very good squad this year.
But between him and Perez, they got a lot of shit to fix because they've been going back and forth for a minute.
It's coming home, but in this case, it's Ronaldo to Madrid.
I don't know.
Or maybe
I can see him going to Sporting
or Porto. I don't know.
I can see him going back to Portugal.
It's really a non-story because except for like a 1 week period, he has not been very good this year. Erling Haaland is here. And Ronaldo's here. Anyway, moving on. The US
is different.
The US plays
England
on Friday.
Oh yeah, rooting for USA on that one.
England has never beat the United States in the World Cup or in any wars.
1812.
Well, that was like a draw, if we're being honest. The War of 1812 was like, it's got a year because it didn't last very long. Not a whole lot of competition there.
They burned down Washington. It was pretty
I'm not really, it's not really one of those wars that you just throw out there. But I will say that if the U.S. doesn't win that game, they have to beat
You lied, Ryan.
What?
It said it should take 3 weeks to heal.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
he's out of the World Cup, which was great because then I got to see Giroud score 2 today.
Oh yeah.
But
I love Giroud.
So the US has to at least draw this game to make the group competitive. But yeah, we're still in the nascent stages. I'm going to be not getting a lot of sleep because I have to get up at 5 every morning to watch these games. And then I have basketball that starts at 10 every night. So between that, I'll probably get like an hour and a half of sleep.
He has another one, by the way.
Ooh.
Another Pele that we talked about earlier.
Oh, nice.
So just send him a DM.
All right, we'll do.
Cool. All right. We have gone past the 5-minute mark on soccer talk, which is enough for me and anything supporting that nation where if you're watching the soccer matches, just imagine all the migrant workers that are dead underneath the field. All right. On to American football.
Did you see their mascot, which is it's like the chic cloth with eyes on it. And they're like, oh, they're honoring all the people who died building the stadium.
A ghost.
It looks like the Goodyear.
Yeah, it looks like the Michelin Man.
Yeah, Michelin. Yeah, one of them.
Like the Michelin Man's ghost. Dude, this whole thing has been a fucking fiasco. Like either people are getting arrested for trying to take pictures outside or people are ending up petting lions in some prince's house. Like,
look, when I saw that interview, I thought they were lying, but then I saw the story.
Dude, it says on the screen of shit you can't do. 1, don't be gay. It's the number one thing you cannot do.
Yeah.
And the last one on the sign is don't take pictures of people. At the World Cup.
Yeah.
Don't take pictures of people. Okay.
Sounds like Qatar is ahead of the curve as far as our addiction on social media. All right. Beyond those things, American football. We are balls deep into the NFL season, and lots of exciting things are happening.
Was it
The
week
Raiders
12?
won a game. Yeah, week 12 is coming up. The
Shit.
Raiders won a game. The Bills won a game after a lot of shit happening to them over the last few days. The Commanders still on a bit of a win streak, at least with Taylor Heineke. What, 4-1?
Some people have y'all as Super Bowl contenders.
I'm not one of them, but yeah,
No.
okay.
Chase Young coming back this week.
Chase
Hey.
Young coming back. It's really exciting. You know what? As a matter of fact, I want to take this time to really break down as far as our teams go for a second. And we're going to talk about one more team before we just kind of get into picks and some other shit. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'll start off with the Commanders. Taylor Heineke, still not a great quarterback.
Hey, but QB1.
QB1 in winning games. And Ron Rivera did the announcement that he is the starter after the big win against Philadelphia. I got to see just how absolutely god-awful the Houston Texans are. God, that game was boring as shit. But the Texans are so bad. Oh, God, are they bad. And Lovie Smith almost getting into it with the reporter after the game, and the reporter was a bit of a dickhead. But
Yeah, the reporter's a bitch.
But
Apparently,
also-
everybody thinks that too.
And
Yeah.
you know that the head coach is like hurting right now because he's trying for a team that's not set up to win
at all.
at all.
Courtesy of Jack Easterby. God bless his soul.
Davis Mills' neck.
And Davis Mills is not. But Washington, man, as long as they're playing good defense, which we are, what top 2 safeties ranked by PFF, both on our team. Everybody knows what the interior of that defensive line can do. Chase Young coming back. We got depth of the defensive line. As long as Taylor Heineke can stay away from making mistakes and that run game keeps going, I mean, that is sort of the formula that kind of takes these middling teams deep into the playoffs, right? Like you look at the 2 giant Super Bowls in the Eli Manning era, you see, like it's all right. The pass rush comes on. If you can hit a quarterback and get disrupted, you can do anything in a decidedly weak NFC. So, I mean, anything's really possible as long as they play fundamental football. So I'm excited. I just hope the Taylor Heineke experience just continues being a positive thing and that he doesn't fuck it up. Because I mean,
Y'all played Dallas yet?
we've played Dallas once.
What was the score? But did y'all win?
Forget. We did not win that game.
Was
that
it
was,
close?
No, 25-10 wasn't particularly close.
I mean, it's better than 40 to 3.
40-3. Yeah, it wasn't that kind of game.
No,
but
wasn't that bad.
we also played them when it was Cooper Rush.
It was the Cooper Rush show.
Mm.
But I mean, if you look at it, what Washington has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the last 6, and next up is Atlanta, New York, a bye week, New York again.
There's no Kyle Pitts either for that one.
So,
Well,
for Atlanta
arguably,
game.
there hasn't been Kyle Pitts all season, but that's for another day.
Atlanta's better than a lot of things. I think a lot of people think they are. Whether they're 5 and 6 right now.
Yeah, I said they were going to be okay.
I
Well,
think, yeah.
They're not great,
issue,
but they're okay.
the issue with Atlanta is if you can stop Mariota from running the ball, which is pocket pressure, is something that the Commanders have been very good at, especially with Chase Young coming back and Montez Sweat playing at the level he's playing. He's not going to get a whole lot of running room. They're going to have somebody QB spy him the whole time. And you're not really worried about the Mariota arm.
I'm not worried about Drake London either.
Although Cordell Patterson is a freak of nature.
Yeah, they finally had a team know how to use them properly, right?
Yeah.
Just use them.
We were one of them that didn't know how to use them.
103-yard kickoff return.
No, it's
And-
badass.
And when he got in front of those people, he was running faster than them after already having run 80 yards.
I love how he kept the number 84 the whole time.
But I mean, you can just have whatever number you want now.
Yeah.
I will say that I was not anywhere near as confident in this game as I was against the Texans because the Texans are just absolutely god awful. All right,
They have
but-
Damian Pierce, and that's it.
Brandon Cooks. Don't forget Brandon Cooks.
Right,
Brandon
and
Cooks
you
is-
just double them and then worry
Did
about.
he played
somebody
that
else.
game?
Yeah, he was here.
Okay.
You didn't see him.
No,
he, was,
'cause I
he
remember-
was pivotal in the drive that they scored on.
I remember that like he had issues with the Texans like the trade deadline week. And he was like, yeah, get me the fuck out of here.
Oh, we get to see Simmons, Kyrie, and KD tonight. Sorry, that
No,
just
it's all
occurred to
good.
me.
No,
That's
but
the first time, right?
All right, I'm actually going to move on to your team, Ryan, which are the Buffalo Bills. They got the win, snapping the 2-game losing streak against Cleveland. But I mean, they got to play with Thursday, Thanksgiving, the day that this might come out. I mean, you're talking about a Buffalo team that just had to play that game in Detroit after dealing with the entire situation trying to get there. They have a short week now. Got to go they go back to Buffalo, and now they're back in Detroit.
Well,
and
they didn't
I
have
think
to take
after
their
that they got
stuff. They didn't have to take their stuff, so they just left it in Detroit.
It just feels like the Bills right now are going through a lot. I mean, are you and this Lions team won what? How many in a row now at this point?
Well, 0 because
3 in a row. No, they beat the Giants.
Won.
So right. 3 in a row. They used to play on Thanksgiving. I'm just saying, with the injury to Josh Allen, which looks like it's absolutely affecting him, are you worried about Thursday or even the future? Because after this Detroit game, it don't get easier for you guys.
Yeah. So I was thinking about it. And I think the biggest benefit to this Josh Allen injury, which is clear, he could still throw the ball with power and as far as you need him to, he can throw it into the next county. It's just his accuracy is clearly like he doesn't have the stability because he's definitely playing with a torn UCL. I don't care what anybody says. But the good thing is we've started to find a running game, which we have not had. I think he was our lead rusher the majority of last year, the first 6 games of this year, and now James Cook is starting to cook and starting to look a whole lot like his brother. We're starting to get those short slant passes, and our defense had been decimated. We also, everybody last week was out with illness. Like everybody on the team had the flu, on top of the fact that we had 6 feet of snow in Orchard Park. The defense is getting healthy. Matt Milano's back. Jordan Poyer's back, which has been him in the middle is a complete game changer in terms of those drop-off passes. We're still starting 2 rookie corners, but they're starting to get better. Like they had some dumb penalties that kept drives alive last game. But we're also going up against Jared Goff. Like just if we can stop the run and who's the kid who was injured all year and is coming back? Who's the wide receiver?
Oh, Williams, right?
Yeah, but not that Williams. They have 3 Williamses on their offense, not Jamal. Anyway, I'm not particularly worried about this game because I watch Detroit on Thanksgiving every single year, and every year they look like Detroit, except for last year. Didn't they beat Dallas?
I think that sounds about right.
No, I'm not worried. I think it's beneficial for us to get this running game going.
Jameson Williams. Our offensive line is mostly healthy. Our defense is mostly healthy. And I think Josh Allen's just going to battle through it. And like they said, he can throw with it. He's not causing any further damage. So, I mean, we were going to lose some games this year anyway. So if they're the ones while he's hurt and still recovering, I'm not particularly concerned. So
yeah, I mean, I'm even at a point where I would tell you guys to probably rest the fuck up. Like, I just think after the last 2 weeks, because after this Lions game, Pats on the road, another Thursday night game, Jets, Dolphins.
Well, Jets are horrible. I don't know if you watched. They had
Zach Wilson's terrible.
Zach Wilson probably won't be playing by the time.
And I think Joe Flacco on that team's going to contend for some stuff.
And the thing is, Bills can't really rest because our division is
I know
insanely competitive. And two is right there. Two that team in Miami is probably the only team that I'm like slightly worried about in terms of division. Just because
Patriots twice and Bengals.
Patriots are bad because the Jets were playing the Patriots, and the only reason that game was like even a modicum decent was that kick return. It was 3-3 the entire game, and that is with Mac Jones and Zach Wilson putting up 18 yards in the second half. Like, I'm not worried about this
Bro,
at all.
Somebody had a no touchdown. Like they had a parlay with no touchdowns.
Oh, no touchdowns.
And they scored at the end. Oh my God.
I would have been furious.
Yeah, because it was like he would have won $100K.
Yeah, $100K. $10 on $100K.
Just quick shout out to Zach Wilson trying to get as many Aaron Rodgers on without the resume. You haven't accomplished anything, but you can't be the dude that blames everybody else for.
Oh yeah.
How many yards was that in the second half again?
8.
8.
Well,
Fuck
I
it.
think combined between the Patriots and the Jets
Oh.
was about 18 yards.
Jesus. Yeah, that's one of those ones where you say, yeah, I could play better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Did you Did you let the defense down? No.
Dude, and honestly,
It's beginning of the end for Zach.
And the thing is, that defense, Sauce is the truth. That defense is very good. They have one shutdown corner. They're stout in the middle, but you have there's nothing on offense that scares me. There was until he tore his ACL. Like they don't have it together. So I'm not worried about them. The
Doesn't
Patriots
it sound like the
horrible.
Jets for the past 10, 15 years?
Just super unlucky and no quarterback help.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Like their last good quarterback was taking pictures of his weenie and sending them to people.
He wasn't good. He wasn't good in that team.
But that was their last good quarterback.
I'm thinking about the last quarterback that was good. It played good for the Jets.
Oh, it's Sanchez.
Wait, who the hell was that?
Year one. Mark Sanchez took them to the playoffs, and then but
it was kind of almost despite of Mark Sanchez, wasn't
it? No, because he was pretty solid. He was pretty solid, and then that whole team fell apart.
Sanchez was taking dick pics.
No. Brett Favre. He took a flip phone dick pic. Yeah, it was all over the internet. Very unimpressive.
Oh, thank God I was not on the internet that day. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a lot of athlete dick pics.
I mean, and flip phone dick pics, which looking back at it, Chris Cooley also got a lot of people fired for just banging him. So, because the cheerleaders weren't allowed.
So he was Udoka before Udoka.
And was it Santhi Shenko? I remember that one being a bit over there. We should do that next pod. Ranking athlete dick pics. No. All right. Next up, going through the Rolodex of the teams here.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, we're going to. I mean, I was going to say something.
I was shocked. Somebody put out their top 500 porn star list, and I was like, I got through like 50. I was like, there's no way. And he gets all the way to 500, and the first comment was, "Damn, you can name 500 porn stars?" And I was like, I don't. How do you do that?
Like, I had a top 50 list in high school.
Top 500 though, like 50, I get.
It's rough,
50, right? And like,
I could have done 500.
I'm sure somebody's done like top celebrity dick pics and gotten to like 10, but there's probably someone who's gotten to like 200. They probably work for TMZ. I'd have to imagine. Anyway, sorry.
Oh, and talking about confusing sexual things, I will say the best thing I've seen on Twitter for a minute was the turning quarterbacks into chicks.
Oh, hilarious! And just like that. I had full conversations with grown heterosexual men arguing about who was cuter as a woman. I'm like, man, I'm feeling.
Hey, who did you think was the cutest?
I forget. I remember I ranked them. I think Garoppolo was up there.
Oh, Garoppolo.
Joe Burrow, I think, was Joe Burrow was like Joanna Burrow.
That was the point of contention between you and Keem, I think.
Was Garoppolo?
Yeah, but I might have a crush on Joe Burrow himself.
When you ranked Joe Burrow pretty high, Keem was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but I'm admitting I might just have a crush on Joe Burrow.
It sounds like it, bro.
Who doesn't? I'm sorry.
Jimmy G as a man, I'm not gay, but I would be willing to learn. That man is.
I'm just saying. There's like some of them are like, okay.
And Joe Burrow, you see his new grill?
No.
It's good. It is so good.
Joe's just cool, man. Joe's the man.
T. Higgins definitely hooked him up with that one. They probably put on 50, and he was like, no. And the last one, he's like, that's the one.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop because I know
all right, continue.
This goes viral. Black Twitter is not going to be dealing with this. All right, beyond that, but white Twitter, they'd hang with me. Beyond that, it starts going through the Rolodex of the teams. Just saying, be more in touch with your sexuality. Okay, just all I'm saying. The Raiders. The Raiders got a big, huge win, snapping their 3-game win streak against the vaunted, that's a losing streak. That's a win streak. My bad. Losing streak. Against the very scary, the very amazing.
Let's ride.
Nathaniel Hackett led Denver Broncos.
Let's ride.
It's more so about their defense that they have.
I was lying. You beat the Broncos. Okay. No one's saying anything.
Yeah. They got.
How do you feel about it coming to overtime?
What do you mean?
How do you feel about your Raiders right now? Like after the 3-game lose streak, especially after the Colts lost, we were kind of sitting low on these guys. But after the Broncos win, do you think tides might be changing? Did they get the monkey off their back? Devontae Adams looks great. He looks like the second best receiver in football. Like it's just.
All right, you know what? We're officially doing it. We're gonna do a pod about why the fuck Justin Jefferson's not the best receiver right now. We're not saying that he's not gonna get there. He's just not there yet.
Okay.
Like he's not there yet.
We'll do that pod in 3 years. All right. What about your Raiders?
Oh yeah, when do you fucking motherfucker? You always know how to fucking tick me off.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, the Raiders won. I'm like, all right, either I want them to win out or to fucking lose every game at this point. I don't want to be in the middle.
Do you have a preference?
To win out. Like what
you
the
mean
fuck
playoffs
is the
too?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Well, I know. But I mean, I thought the same shit in 2002, but it is what it is. Like history does repeat itself. Hopefully that happens, but you know,
get the shit
probably won't.
Kicked out of you by a team with defense.
I mean,
Josh Jacobs started running the ball well.
He's been running the ball well though. But
Especially
the issue is
Broncos.
the play calling. And I mean, I know Denver sucks as a team, but their defense is number 1 in the fucking league.
Let's ride.
Like for a reason. Surtain is nice, right? But he's just not better than Devontae. Like if you saw what Devontae said after the game, he's like, that boy too young. He's not there yet. And like to guard him, to guard everybody else, like, yeah, he's there. He can guard Terry McLaurin, but he can't guard Devontae.
Unnecessary shot.
Mm.
All right. Now
That's
you guys,
what
it took to overtime to beat the Russell Wilson led Denver Broncos.
Mhm.
Apparently, word has come out over the course of this week that he's still using the audible signals from when he was back in Seattle, and the entire league knows. So anytime he's up there changing any plays of the line, which he likes to fucking do, everyone is aware, except for Nathaniel Hackett, the head coach. If you're the Broncos at this point, when knowing how much money you've just given Russell Wilson, is it time to cut bait?
With who?
Russell Wilson.
You can't. I think his contract is structured to where you can't.
Oh no, it would hurt financially, but is it doing more harm having him there in that locker room?
No.
Ryan?
No. You could try to trade him.
Yeah. But where's his trade value?
Here, like, so they
Where
have a
would he
really
go?
good defense, right? They have a really, really fucking good defense.
Yeah.
And a lot of those pieces are young.
Yes.
Like some of the best pieces are young. And you already paid Simmons, right? So if they have a terrible year, they get a top 3, top 5 pick, and the QB is there. If you move Russ and you get enough back to where you can get offensive lineman help, then you're kind of golden. Their running back is injured. Like their future running back is injured. So he'll come back next year healthy.
Well, they made sure to get rid of Melvin Gordon because he was the problem.
I mean, it's a scapegoat type of thing, but he does fumble a lot. But if you can fix that offensive line, because all their offensive line are injured too, and like they're basically the Ravens from last year. Like they have a lot of pieces out. If you move on from Russell Wilson, if you feel that you need to, then you get offensive line help, and you draft a top 3, top 5 QB, then you have your Super Bowl run.
Yeah, I mean, to use Russell as a teaching tool for what's going to be a pretty decent QB class might not be a bad idea. Like, have this guy stand behind him, learn how to run prayer circle at the 50-yard line before every game.
You gotta let him go.
How to make creepy Subway commercials.
You gotta let him go.
Learn how to use the bathroom once a week. Efficiency. You have 12 bathrooms, but you're only using one of them once a week. It's very important. I don't know that the team. I don't know if you put if you put Joe Burrow where Russ is right now, or MVP candidate Geno Smith. If you put him either of those quarterbacks in there, I don't think the offense is significantly better. just because they're so run down. There's so much disconnect in that offense that I don't know if it gets better by just inserting a QB. But if you can move Russ, eat some of the cost for some draft picks that you can spend on offensive linemen, they can potentially pick up a second round quarterback.
First round QB.
I will say in every statistical category, they were better on offense last year with Bridgewater and Locke.
And Russ wasn't that good last year either.
He wasn't at all.
It was let Russ cook, and all the jokes were, he's cooking PB&J.
I'm saying Nathaniel Hackett's not a good coach, but I think
boiling water.
But I do think that the glaring, I understand everything you're saying as far as the offensive line and everything. Russell Wilson is playing absolutely horrible football. Like
he played a lot better last week.
This last game, the last game was the best he's played all season, and that's the thing. The statistic that if the Broncos scored 18 points, they'd be 9-1, is insanity.
And guess what? The only 2 times that team allowed more than 18 points or more than 20 points was the 2 times that they played us.
Sounds about right. All right, moving on. Now, there's some everybody's waiting for this Odell Beckham Jr. to make his decision on where it is he wants to play. I want to expand it just a little bit because I actually think that Odell Beckham Jr. and what he's doing is an extremely exciting thing in the sense of something that I've been wanting to see across the NFL for quite some time. I want to see what your guys' take on it was. And also, where do you think Odell Beckham is going to end up? The time or the era of the mercenary. So when you're talking about like Lamar Jackson right now, kind of putting a lot of things at risk, playing through this year to go get the big payday. Do you think we'll ever maybe see a time where you got some of these guys like Odell Beckham, like Ndamukong Suh, who just signed with the Philadelphia Eagles last week, that say, hey, I'm not doing this training camp shit. I'm not doing the first few weeks of the season shit. Let me bet on myself, get a prorated contract, and come in here for a contender and utilize the best of my abilities. Like, do you think that this is something that might be able to catch on?
That happens a lot, like especially with veterans. Like that's an old veteran move where it's like, you know what? I can skip training camp.
I usually see it happening on the defensive line, usually like pass rushers, or when you get guys that usually make that sign for the run. Because pass rush is one of those things that you don't really need to know the scheme. It's just, hey, third down, go out there, do your thing. But when you got like, especially like offensive skill positions, I don't necessarily see this happen a lot when it comes to wide receivers. Beckham, I think, would kind of be breaking the mold. But do you think this is? I don't think it works for quarterback, right? Because you got to kind of build a system. But wide receivers, maybe some corners, maybe safeties, linebackers, defensive line, offensive line.
No, like that'll be kind of tough. Like especially for like OBJ now, like. If he signs with a team now, he's basically there just to make an impact only in the playoffs.
That's what he did last year. Got him a ring.
He was on his way to being the Super Bowl MVP before that injury.
Yeah. So.
And the Super Bowl MVP is now on the Bills. Who was also on a Super Bowl winning team for the Broncos. And he plays linebacker.
Don't be the only team that he doesn't win with.
That's rude. No, I mean, you've seen it. You've seen it sometimes with quarterbacks. Tom Brady switch teams at the end-ish of his career.
But it wasn't like 1 year.
Yeah, I'm thinking less of the 1 year you go to a new team as much as like mid-season the roster kind of moves and you're going to get a guy in or a guy that can just plug in and play.
So OBJ is also still healing from that injury, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm sure he would have been out there earlier, but
and now what's his got cleared, I believe.
Who was the corner last year who was fully retired and came back to play in the Super Bowl?
Eric Weddle.
Yeah.
No,
wasn't
Weddle? Safety. Yeah, Weddle did come back out of retirement to come and start.
And then he retired right after he won.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it happening, but it would have to be like kind of rare circumstances.
But right? But like Weddle, he knew the scheme already. Like, so that's another part of it.
But I could see like, you take 6 months off because your coach has now moved from Dallas to, let's say, Denver. And you're like, I already know the scheme that you're going to put in place. I can come in halfway through the season, make my $7 million and help you guys to Super Bowl run. I could also stay significantly healthier than the people that just played for 9 months. I don't have an issue with it. But I think it would have to kind of become in vogue for it to be cool. Right. So like OBJ might
most
be
things in the league.
Well, OBJ might be like one of the first people to do it, but
and you have to have success with it, right? Like if you
it really just depends on the scheme, because you can't do that for a lot of schemes in the league, because it'll take you too long to learn it. Like OBJ can't go to Vegas right now and learn McDaniel's scheme.
He wouldn't. You guys aren't contenders.
That's true. But if we were, he wouldn't be able to do it.
And you'd have to get timing down and all sorts of stuff. So you'd have to go somewhere where like you at least have some like guys that you worked out with in the off season, like that kind of shit. So
okay, so thinking about that aspect of it, where do you think OBJ goes?
Dallas.
What's close? Is it just Dallas? Is it because of scheme, or it just makes more sense?
I mean, and
at this point, the fucking team is tweeting him. Like, I
mean, and him and Dak have worked out in the off season. He worked out with Diggs, not the good one, the younger brother. Like he just knows those people, right? And I would say the Bills, but we are deep as shit at receiver. So I don't know where he would really fit in. And Dallas has CeeDee Lamb, who gets doubled all the fucking time. You add an OBJ in there, you got to make a real hard decision on who you're putting on who, because both of them can burn you.
Whose defense is better?
The Bills or Dallas?
Mm-hmm.
The Bills. A fully healthy Bills defense, 100% better.
Will you be fully healthy?
Yeah, I think after this week, we're almost back. Tre'Davious White's almost back. But I mean, don't get me wrong, Michael Parsons is a fucking animal. But we don't even talk every week about how good Von Miller is. That's how good our defense is.
I'm still holding hope that he signs at Baltimore, because fuck Dallas, and I think Lamar Jackson would do really, really well with him.
He would immediately make them better. But if I'm OBJ and I look at what the progression of the Ravens this past couple weeks and the progression of Dallas the last couple weeks, I'm going to Dallas.
That, and I don't know if Lamar's going to be there.
Well, no, he'd only sign for till the end of the season.
No, Lamar is coming to Washington, so what is that? All right, guys.
And Sam Howell's gonna go to Denver.
I think you end up Taylor Heineke's gonna end up in New York. The fucking Jets quarterback. It's gonna be very annoying.
They're actually debating who's gonna get Heineke now, which is kind of cool.
Dude,
for you guys, right?
Good for that guy.
Yeah.
I really like the Heineke. Dude, if Dan Snyder sells the team, Heineke might be that guy that I just root for all around the league.
Is there any chance this is not a topic that I was expecting to get to at all? I actually wanted to say something about Heineke. If Snyder sold the team, why'd you leave us? Would you come back without Snyder there?
I would probably have my foot in two doors. I'd probably Keem it up a little bit. Taking shots at Keem because he's not here. I left because it was the guy who needed the surgery.
Trent Williams.
And I was like, that's the last fucking straw. I was like, you're lying to a player about potentially cancerous tumors on his brain, just so you can make a couple extra dollars. Turns out Trent Williams is tipping place, but that's neither here nor there. Maybe it's because he didn't get the surgery soon enough.
Nah, it don't even matter.
It doesn't,
matter.
But it doesn't. Matter. But the other side of that line, the defense knows whether it's a run or a pass. That was the last straw. And then I was going to go to the Jets, and then they did the exact same thing to one of their players. And I was like, well, I can't be with the Jets. Giants were out. So I went Bills.
That's not what you said.
That's 100% why.
No, but I remember you said that.
Oh, it's accumulation, and that was the last straw.
And it was like it's the only team that actually plays in New York.
And that too.
I just wish you'd stop lying about what's in your brain. You never left us, and you're always a Commander and Washington fan.
That feels kind of true.
I'm completely open with the fact that I watch every single game.
I know,
but I hope that
I just want you to know that you can't parade with us, right? Like if we win, you're not invited.
When you mean if
we win, you're not invited. Like you're done. Like we're gonna be having fun.
I'll eat my hot dogs.
You have to not.
I'll eat my hot dogs at home. I'll eat my hot dogs at home. That's
all right.
All right, got it. K-Dot. Scale of 1 to 10. How much do you think you could stop that man from going to the fucking parade if it ever happens?
Oh no, I'm putting together a team of guys that are just.
Are they black Israelites?
It might be just to fit this particular situation. It's just up and down fucking Hummer Road.
There is the pod.
We are the real.
You just DM Kyrie. Oh, we got a live one down here. He just sends the whole.
He ain't allowed back on the bandwagon. Keep his ass there. He can't cross the river. Yeah, I don't know why I turned.
This is why we don't let K-Dot host shit.
All right, yeah. Let's get the fuck up out of here and start doing
these are the jokes that got us killed the first time.
But I will say this, Taylor. I was talking about this during the Washington game with my buddy. Taylor Heineke literally has no good comparable that's ever played in the NFL. His story is literally the Shane Falco story. And if you watch the replacements, he plays like him too. Like I'm telling you, he is Shane fucking Falco, and it's the greatest thing ever.
I love the replacements.
Did Shane Falco not turn into a notorious hitman, John Wick? So
one can only hope that's the same track that Taylor takes.
And one of the most, outside of being Falco and John Wick, one of the most generous, kind-hearted people on the planet. Mm-hmm. So, not a bad comparison.
And he does his stunts.
Yes, he does all of his own stunts, and he rides the subway and donates all of his money to charity.
Yep, fuck with him if you want to.
I think he's that dude. Carson wants to tell about a quarterback. All right, so going through the game picks.
Good on Carson for just knowing that this is his role now, and assuming Washington has a running game and they're running towards the playoffs, the last person you want to put in there, as we saw last season, is Carson Wentz. Let somebody else make those mistakes. That's fine.
I feel like he's got to at some point get the big dick Nick demons out of him. All right.
Starting. I think it's the Colts themselves, but go ahead.
Yeah, Jim Irsay doesn't know how to build a team. That does not get reported enough. Jim Irsay is a crazy person. And this Jeff Saturday thing, I'm hoping it works just to lull him into making more dumb decisions.
It's kind of working so far.
They're 1-1.
I know, but the other one was close too.
You mean the one where they beat you?
No. They won that game. The one they lost was close.
Got it. So it wasn't close in your game.
That's just mean.
I was having your back. He said the Bills thing.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck you.
It didn't make any sense whatsoever. I was saying the one that they lost was a close game. And who did they play last week?
Oh, I know this. The Eagles.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they played the Eagles, and they lost by 1. So,
yeah, they played some very good defense.
Matt Ryan's not dead. Love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, starting off with the picks. There are 3 Thanksgiving games. We'll start off with the first one. Buffalo.
Go Bills.
At Detroit. Got Bills for Ryan. James.
Same.
I actually think this game, Bills don't cover. They don't cover.
Bills have not.
What's the spread?
Like, it's something, it's like 9.
Yeah, 9?
I don't think it's not that crazy.
I think
it's got to be more than 9.
9.5.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that number.
Is that what it is? 9.5?
I believe so. They cover.
Tyler Bass going to be hitting 65-yarders in the dome.
Actually, I do want to see what this line is.
Diggs is going to go off, especially after last week.
And that is the sign of a well-coached team.
9. I don't think the Bills cover.
Is him talking to coach and then going back out there, and Josh Allen's like, "I'm gonna get you the ball." Touchdown.
Not only that, but Diggs being coachable to where he stood there and listened to what he had to say, and he took it.
All right, the next game, the one where most black families are telling that motherfucker, turn off the TV. We eat dinner. New York versus Dallas. Here I got.
Turn off the TV. That don't happen here. I got Dallas.
He said most black families.
Y'all turn off the TV?
There's an argument. I'm saying that happens. I'm not saying the TV actually goes off. There's an argument.
Not on my things.
We're doing prayer.
Oh, yeah, no, the prayer don't take that long. Just mute it.
Mute it. Everybody turn this way.
Hold on, y'all don't eat dinner as a family, or y'all eating right in front of the TV with the game on?
Bruh, the way my family, like my dad's retired military, so he's on everybody on point. Like we eat at 12.
Oh,
we eat at 12
noon,
and then we eat again. Like the food just keep going.
like lunch? Or
Yeah.
is it different food?
No. It's the food is just done. And then we just eat the whole day.
actually,
I don't
kinda like
have
that.
dinner. It's just eat like
Eat
It's
whatever the
thank-
fuck you want. And then
it's
you can
thank-
take your itis nap at the we
I
We
do
eat
know
at
this.
12.
Yeah, your Thanksgiving's different than
we eat at 12 and then take the itis nap. If the game is not good, wake up, eat again. If you need to take another nap, you do it. If
We usually
not,
do it.
hey,
So
look,
there's 2 dinners.
Around
so
the
everybody
house?
comes to the first one, which is at our house, and then if you got to go somewhere else, you can go for your second dinner elsewhere.
I
Oh,
wake
no,
up
we
early.
all
I'm
just-
going
we
down
all
to
just
DC
together.
for Thanksgiving football because we got to play every Thanksgiving. And then
no.
after, if y'all are invited if you want to come. And then after Thanksgiving football, I usually stop at McDonald's on the way home, maybe
Oh,
get
no.
a nap in, and then dinner's at 4. Sister's hosting, which means no
Oh.
TVs.
Hey,
I
shot
got
o'clock.
Dallas as well.
Shot
So
o'clock.
Dallas across the board.
I'm taking
Yep.
the Giants.
Giants.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Switching up. Patriots, Vikings, ending Thanksgiving night. I have the Vikings.
Okay. I got the same.
Yeah, the Vikings are not going to take that last loss, especially after that skull that they did at the beginning of the game. I could feel that in my soul, and then they threw up a dud. It's not going to happen again.
And on Sunday, while this is going to be interesting. It's going to be this coincides with some of the World Cup stuff that's happening, right? Sunday 1
Every day does.
Yeah.
every day, yeah.
So every day
games
is
on Thanksgiving.
5,
Oh,
8,
yeah, there are.
11, and 2.
2.
Yeah, the
Yep.
bars that I do.
Oh my
for
God.
we're closing on Thanksgiving.
This is going to be a great day it's a great weekend for bars because
Mhm.
most people have Friday off.
All right, going into
Mhm.
Sunday matchups: Bucks, Browns. James,
Buccaneers.
Man,
Brian?
Bucks are bad and they cannot stop the run this year.
they got Nick Chubb coming. Who you got?
Yeah, I got the Browns.
I'm going Bucks.
I think it's going to be close.
Bengals, Titans. Ryan,
Give me Joe Cool.
James.
Bengals.
I'm also going to go with Bengals.
Jamar
That's
Chase
weird.
is probably back.
It's weird because according to this app, most people are taking the Titans.
Yeah.
Mhm. Texans.
They're on the KDOT thing from last year. I'm not picking against Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I'm off that. Texans, Dolphins. I'm going. The Texans are one of the
we're proud of you.
worst teams I've ever seen. Dolphins.
I would say that the Dolphins would destroy the Texans. Tyreek Hill's going to have 342 yards. It's not unreasonable.
James is thinking hard on it.
No, the Dolphins are going to win, but it's not going to be that bad. It's not going to be a blowout. It should be, but it's not.
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think
Again,
that's close.
they're playing in Miami.
Hmm?
They're going to be sitting in the sun.
Bears,
Mhm.
Jets. I got the Bears, and I'm not
Same.
confident at all.
So does Justin Fields play this week?
I believe so.
I thought signs were signaling that he would. That's why I'm picking him. I'm going to confirm.
I don't know who's the Bears backup? Is it still it's still ripping?
I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure it is. Or is it Drew Lock? Where's Drew Lock now?
And he's still in Seattle.
Is he?
Yeah.
Backing up Gino. All right, yeah, it is still up in the air. You know what? That's enough for me.
Oh,
Jets.
Trevor Simeon.
Ooh.
I'm going Jets. Switch it.
I'm going Bears.
Yeah, I'm
Unless
also gonna go Bears.
if Zach Wilson is not starting, then I will go with the Jets. But if he is starting, I'm going with the Bears.
You pick
Also,
one team. That's what you're going with.
I'm going with the Bears.
If Nathan Peterman was still the backup for the Bears, this would be such an easy decision, but he's not.
Falcons, Commanders. I'll start Commanders.
This is the third week in a row that I'm picking the Commanders.
Just come on home.
Fuck you.
You're not going to be invited to the parade.
I know. Then why the fuck am I going to come home?
You got to be here first. If you're back here first in the parade, you're back. Then you don't have to have a bunch of angry guys in black clothes.
Ryan, I have a question. Who do you think is going to have a parade first, the Bills or the Commanders?
Please.
Okay.
The Bills, here's the thing. The Bills playing Buffalo. You win a Super Bowl in February. There's a good chance no parade can happen.
Bullshit. Did you see what they did to get the team to the airport?
I'm saying
Hey, they will clear the city.
I'm saying it's never been a concern because you guys have never won a championship. So it's not something that they've thought about. Yes.
They will burn that city to the ground.
Yeah, you
There'll
gotten
be
close
no
quite
snow.
a bit, including one against my team in '92.
I know.
That is just mean.
They know how to get they scramble and they know how to get players to the tarmac, even though if one would plan anything, they'd know leaving on Saturday afternoons, probably not the best idea.
Well, that is true. What the fuck were y'all doing? Did y'all just the snow gonna be here in 30 minutes?
They didn't
like
move.
Buffalo snow is weird. I will give them that.
NFL did not move the game until Friday. And then you have to get hundreds of personnel, hotel rooms, flights, and get them out. And they were like,
it still sounds easier than finding up snowmobiles, motherfucker.
No.
It's like, look, we could fly the players somewhere first.
Right. So
get them
they're
out
in a
of there.
staging area to figure out what's happening.
Get them out of there.
That's what you do.
So when we need to know
logistics.
where we're going to go, we could just go.
But they didn't know they were going anywhere. They thought they were playing.
They
Orchard
could
Park.
come back home.
They
That's the
should
point.
have played in Orchard Park. That would have been way crazy.
No,
I'd agree with that.
You just see like the top of somebody's head running through the snow.
Yeah, you would actually, because it was 6 feet of snow, and Chubb is under 6 feet, and then Singletary is what, 5'7" or something.
Yeah, the only head you would have seen is like 4 linemen and Josh Allen, like fucking prairie dogs.
What they would have done was just developed or did what Bill Belichick did to you guys last time in the snow and beat you anyway. All right. Beyond those things,
that is.
Let's go. Let's go. How did everybody pick Commanders, Falcons? I don't think James did.
I'm picking the Commanders.
Commanders across the board.
But I'm still
left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Broncos, Panthers.
What the fuck was that?
That's the theme song.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
No,
you live in PG County. Don't pretend that you don't know.
No, I didn't know. Like, no. Do it again.
Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders.
The song's actually kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, every week that we win, the song gets better. It was absolute hot shit.
Y'all sound like
first
some.
came out.
Y'all sound like some fourth graders.
Denver Panthers.
Y'all sound like some fourth graders.
Y'all don't even have a song.
Oh, we don't.
Y'all don't have a song. We got more wins than
we
you.
actually do have. We do actually have a song, but whatever.
Yeah, focus on the wins.
Yeah.
Broncos.
Focus
Panthers.
on your owner. Get him out of
He's leaving.
Did he leave yet?
No, but we got a song and we got more wins
right?
than you.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna leave. It's like, oh yeah, he's gonna leave.
Here's
I'm
the
not
thing.
fucking leaving.
My concern index here is
I'm not
lower
fucking
than
leaving.
yours should be.
I'm not fucking leaving. All right, what's next?
Give me
my concern index for you guys is higher than your win total at the end of the season.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm concerned.
Broncos, Panthers.
I'm concerned with the quarterback move for the Panthers. But I'm also concerned with the Broncos as a whole. So I will take the Broncos to win this in a snoozer 7-5.
Okay, that.
I want to pick the Panthers so bad.
It's so hard.
I'm
DJ
going-
Moore.
I'm going Broncos because of the defense, but that I want the Panthers to win so bad.
I got the Broncos by more than 10.
with no running back.
Is
And
that, are you counting defensive touchdowns? Is that
Yeah,
actually
of
gonna happen?
course.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It has to be.
They're going to win by double digits.
Ravens, Jags. I got Ravens,
I really want to take the Ravens.
but
Man, they are not looking great. Yeah, give me the Ravens. I don't want to hear it from Keem.
I got the Ravens too.
Chargers, Cards. Ryan, you start.
The Cardinals are bad.
I like Colt McCoy.
I liked him until I watched him play last week. He's so hot and cold. I'll take Herbert all day.
Chargers. I'm not thinking twice about this.
The funniest thing was seeing Jimmy G walk into the stadium, and then right after they cut to Colt McCoy.
My
Oh
favorite
my God.
response to that is I've seen enough Hallmark movies to know that Jimmy G's wife is leaving him for Colt McCoy at Christmas.
Starring Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
It's
That was
co-starring-
Some
hilarious.
chick from Full House.
Co-starring Stacey Adams.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got the Chargers.
All right, Chargers across the board. Raiders, Seahawks.
Ryan?
MVP candidate. Geno Smith. I said it last year, and it remains true.
I'm going the Raiders.
It's fair. That's just going to be a high-scoring affair. I do declare.
Yeah, how about that? Rams, Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Y'all seen the Rams play? Chiefs.
Yeah, Sean McVay is on his way out to potentially be a mercenary coach.
No, I think he's going to retire.
With that
Oh, no,
haircut,
I agree, but he's going to
just
take
going to
like
be
2
a-
years off and then come
he's
back.
just going to go be a regular mercenary because he's already got the fucking military cut for it.
I could see him going into TV.
No, I think this is my Sean McVay prediction. He retires at the end of the season, takes a year off, then has a bunch of networks vying for him.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back, goes to the TV 1 or 2 years. Then Jeff Bezos and Lamar Jackson make the phone call from DC that he needs to come back. You're needed here. We've got a team. We just need you to take us over the finish line. And Chase Young is your Super Bowl MVP, and it's all rainbows and sunshine. And Ryan's not invited to the parade. Yeah, Chiefs.
Cool.
Chiefs. All right. Saints, Niners.
Niners.
Saints are bad. Packers, Eagles.
Eagles.
And the final game, Steelers, Colts. Who you got?
I got the
Jeez.
Steelers.
I also have the Steelers.
Give me them Colts.
I don't know. The Steelers looked pretty good last week. They in
So
the
did
first
the
half,
Colts.
not in the second half. Yeah, I trust in the coaching of the Steelers to get them over the hump in this game.
Give
This
me
is
them Colts.
the last week that he's got to turn it around, or else he'll
And
have
what?
his first
The
losing.
Colts got
season.
a top 5 defense too, I believe,
No. Which is
also funny.
if the Steelers lose this week, they're guaranteed a losing season.
Mm.
And then anybody can say that thing about Mike Tomlin. And then what will end up happening is we're going to have a bunch of conversation whether or not Ben Roethlisberger carried him.
No,
you can
we're
already
not.
see that's going to happen. I know what you're going to say.
No, Ben Roethlisberger carried women that didn't want him to be carrying them.
They do have a top 5 defense, and that is time for final thoughts.
Oh, you
Who'd
checked
like to
it?
kick it off?
Yeah,
the Colts, top 5.
Colts is nice.
Yeah. But did they beat us?
Did they?
Who are we?
Well, I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but let me put my left hand up. All right, we the Commanders. Who wants to kick off final thoughts?
I'll go first.
All right, go.
I've waited 8 years for the U.S. to be in a World Cup because the last World Cup they squandered it against a country with less people than the District of Columbia. Like, I don't
Trinidad.
even know how Trinidad and Tobago fielded a team, but the U.S. lost to them. And so I had to wait another 4 years. And then we get off, score a goal. Timmy Weah, his father is the president of Liberia. His mother and him and his dad grew up in New York City. They're as American as it gets. They're as international as it gets. And then we fucking try and park the bus. And guess what happens? We give up a goal. But I don't see those young fuckers running for 96 goddamn minutes. Swear to God, I'm going to write them a sternly worded letter about, clearly I don't run, but I could imagine what it would be like, and they should learn to do it more.
That was a stupid ass tackle.
It was a good team. Yeah, but you should never be playing. They were pinned back the entire first 45, and then second half, it was like, oh, let's just kick it around a little bit. Kick it around a little bit. That's not how you play winning soccer or football. And it's England. It's fucking England. I got bags of tea ready to go. I'm gonna fucking shake them out on the street. It's important because I love the World Cup, and it's gonna be more important because the next one we get in for free. It's like being a woman at a nightclub. Next one, and then after that, we're just regular guys again. This one's got to count. A lot of these kids are like 22. They're going to be.
Took me a second, but I got it.
They're going to be in their prime come the next World Cup. The majority of them. This one has to be like the eye opener for them. I'm not totally sold on the coach, but this one has to be the one where we really get our teeth sharpened. There it is. That's the word.
He's the Heineke of coaches.
No, I don't know about that.
I only say that for one reason. Because he loves to wear Jordans on the sideline.
I do like that for him. But it really, we need to sharpen our teeth on this one. It's gonna be England. We saw last World Cup. We saw the whole thing. During the Euros with Saka and missing the penalty and all that shit. You saw him come back, scored 2 wonder goals. It's just that maturity, but you need to take steps forward now because England, they thought it was coming home last time. They just have to make those steps, and we just can't lose on Friday because I believe that we will win.
We will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we.
That shit gets me hyped every time. Hyped.
James, would you like to go, or would you like me to
go? All right. So my final thought, short, simple. I am looking forward to ASOS' new album whenever the hell it comes out. The first 2 singles that I've seen that they called singles was Moon Shooter and Do Better. I think I've seen every reaction video that has been created on YouTube about both of them. And yeah, he's in his bag. And I feel good that on this pod months or maybe a year ago, I got clowned for saying that I was looking forward to an ASOS album, and y'all clowned me for it.
I would never clown anything regarding ASOS, but that's fine. You can let me in there. I probably would have.
Contradiction is hilarious in that sentence, but okay.
Andor.
I'm just saying I didn't, but I might have.
I started Andor.
Andor is still the best show on television. Season finale this week. Outside of that, a little gripe that I have.
Is it with me?
I was going to say something. I caught myself. Whew, I should have that statement that Dave Chappelle said at the beginning of his monologue. Just read it in every episode. Cheese should not cost extra on a burger. Cheeseburger is the default setting. You can't. I'm so upset by this.
Why is that?
No, I get it. So if you don't want cheese, be like,
no cheese. Burger. Right. I want a burger with no cheese. I shouldn't have to tell you to put cheese on a burger.
This man ordered Burger King.
The standard operating procedure. And McDonald's, I give you credit because you used to have to ask, and now you don't have to ask. Although, fuck you for inventing the McDouble. which is a double cheeseburger with 1 slice of cheese, compared to the double cheeseburger with 2 slices of cheese.
They save $1 million a week, or a day rather, by not putting that extra piece of cheese on there. And it still tastes like shit.
I can't order a McDouble just because of it. The cheese to meat ratio is just
off. I add mac sauce, extra piece of cheese. It cost me 45 cents. Move on.
Double cheeseburger, no ketchup.
Remember the double cheeseburger meal for $2.22?
Extra onions.
The 2 double cheeseburger meal for $2.22 was the greatest
amazing.
thing.
What happened, bro?
Pounds.
Did you go to Burger King and forgot to ask for cheese?
Or Wendy's?
Yeah, so I ordered on the app because all these places have apps now, and the reward points are legit. Same way, like I've been ordering for Uber Eats and I'm getting 50% off like all fucking month. It's been amazing. I ordered on the app, and I guess I forgot to select cheese. And I'm like, I shouldn't have to select cheese. It's not like I'm selecting different kinds of cheese. Like that would be a flex. But no, you should just put cheese on it. Who fucking orders a burger with no cheese?
All right. So what happened when you got the burger with no cheese?
Terrible experience.
It's so dry without the cheese.
When you open the burger,
wait, where did you eat it at?
In the car. I'm driving. So like I open the wrapper, and immediately I open the wrapper and I see the burger, and I see there goes the flame broiled limes, and there's ketchup.
It was Burger King.
There's ketchup, but it's touching.
I already knew.
It's ketchup, but it's touching the meat, and I'm like, maybe the cheese is just further in, and I can't see it. Took the first bite. That's a lot of. Also, another thing, Burger King, especially Burger King. Why the fuck is your wedge? Why do you put a wedge of lettuce on every goddamn sandwich? The lettuce is always 3 times the fucking height of anything else on the goddamn burger. Y'all are fucking this up. But yeah, just bottom line, nowhere should you have to ask for cheese to be put on a burger.
Just go to Five Guys, bro.
Just fucking put it on.
No,
fuck them too.
Why?
You should not have to get a burger, a fry, and a drink. It cost me $23.
No.
Fuck you.
I know.
Yeah,
it ain't that good. It ain't that good.
Go to $3 good. Go to 3 Guys if you broke. You know what I'm saying?
And on that note,
oh wait, I do. Since you talked about Absol, Busta Rhymes was going through it for like 6 or 7 years. Recently, a lot of drinking, weight gain, drug use. He dropped an EP called "The Fuse Is Lit" with probably one of my favorite people, Swizz Beatz, because he always goes and like tries to help his friends because he's a good person. The second song on that EP is called "Slap" with Big Daddy Kane and Conway.
I heard it.
I haven't heard it yet.
I really hope Busta is back because Busta is one of my favorite rappers, and like his characters that he plays on all of his albums, hilarious.
He's a top 5 favorite to me. I don't know how that completely went over my head.
And I've listened to the EP
Big
like
Daddy
100
Kane
times.
has never lost it.
Big Daddy Kane, his metaphors are flawless, and some of them at first I was like, "Is this too soon?" But it really, like, he's Big Daddy Kane. He's been around for 100.
Yeah, ain't nobody saying shit to him.
Yeah, nobody's saying shit to him. So,
Kiddo, how you feel about Busta is how I feel about Ab.
I always thought just Busta to me is the most underrated rapper of all time.
I feel Ab is really underrated.
I'm not gonna deny that. I was just, I think you were made fun of because we were contemplating whether or not the album would actually ever come out.
Oh, that is. I remember this.
That's kind of true. I guess.
think like that to me is what,
because like he was gone for like he's been gone for like 6 years.
He's been gone for a minute, but he's back.
Oh, if you watch the Do Better video, one of the pinned comments was the fact that he actually tried to jump off a bridge, and I was like, that's kind of tough.
I was gonna say something funny. He was kind of.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna end
on that one.
We're gonna end
Meek Mill also dropped a mixtape. Apparently, I've heard good things so far. That Meek might be back.
Oh yeah, but how you gonna get it?
I found a link. I got a link.
Okay, because I heard it's not on DSPs, right?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably didn't get anything clear.
Is it on your Yay player?
Called a STEM player, asshole. I did have, after you said Big Daddy
Wait,
Kane.
when the last time you use it?
Is this STEM for anti-Semitic or is it what is it? What does it stand for? I'm very confused.
Ryan's on one today.
Yay 2024, everyone.
Ryan's on one today. When the last time you used a STEM player?
2-3 months ago.
1945. Anyway.
The best thing about the STEM player is you can also put other music on and isolate the tracks. It doesn't have to be Kanye music. That's been kind of dope. Actually, I did put on the 1968 recording from my favorite piece of music ever made, from Cafe A Go Go, where Jimi Hendrix is with a jam session. If there's any night I could live that I haven't lived through, I would go to Cafe A Go Go that night, March 17th, 1968. He's working out Little Wing, and to be able to isolate everything, and even isolating the song Little Wing and getting the glockenspiel away from everything else.
You can isolate individual instruments on
That's why I bought the STEM player, because I don't want it to be able to do that.
Hey, try putting Modest Yahoo on it, see if it self-detonates.
It just catches fire and a star rises out of the thing and it burns your hand, and it's a whole bit. I want to get out of here, but there's something I want to say.
Okay, sorry.
The big in high school, no, it was middle school. I don't know if this went through your guys the same way it went through us, but it was a major flex for some reason. Did you guys ever get to a point where it was a major flex in school to know all the lyrics to a particular song?
Oh yeah.
So it was like certain Eminem verses used to be because of how fast you rap, but like
I think it's more middle school for me.
Yeah, middle school was probably, but yeah, it was middle school than high school. But in 1995, Madison Square Garden, there's a freestyle with Tupac, Biggie, Shaheem, and Big Daddy Kane. And every time I hear Big Daddy Kane, I know that entire freestyle by heart, front to fucking back. And he says this line at the end of the song that I'll never forget. And I'm gonna leave on this note because it's Big Daddy Kane. Who don't you want to hear more from the Big Daddy Kane? Non-resistible, non-compatible. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I say I'm fucking incredible. And let's just make one more thing understood. If I fart on a record, trust me, nigga, that shit gonna sound good. You're above that lyric, Big Daddy. Just gonna tell you, I never liked that last line. And the song ends on that line. If I fart on a record, trust me, nigga, that shit gonna sound good. You're above that. That's a Cameron 2007.
Hey,
I don't know.
He was Cameron before
Louis
Cameron.
Chewy.
At least he said words and not just make sounds.
God damn it, Cameron. I'm a frustrating rapper all the time. Crunk music style. I play crunk music twice a week.
Cameron has some of my favorite songs and then like some of my least favorite songs like on the same album. All right, I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Oh, one last thing. Guys, people, if you're watching still at this point, do not post your struggle plates. We don't want to see that shit.
No, I do, so I can make fun of you.
No, I don't want to see it. I'm tired of seeing it.
What are struggle plates?
Thanksgiving, when people like, oh yeah, this is what we having for Thanksgiving, and the food look horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, my food's usually on point.
Yeah,
it's like it's like the most fucked up looking
solid
food ever.
mac and cheese or
Solid.
running mac and cheese.
Baked.
Both for me.
Nah, baked on.
So I love the baked one, but if I'm running out of room because the baked one sits real heavy, you get a creamy one. You can have a couple bites of that and keep rolling.
You know what?
It's like mashed potatoes. Like if I haven't had like drumstick and some mashed potatoes, and I'm like, fuck, I really want stuffing, and I want some mac and cheese. If you get both of them together, ooh, that shit, you'll be out like this.
All right, so quickly, fantasy draft of Thanksgiving dishes. Your number one seed, Ryan.
Mac and cheese.
Sides.
Anything. Your number one.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. If the mashed potatoes are made correctly and the gravy is from scratch.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. You mac and cheese.
Yep.
As long as there's not a turkey there, I'm good. All right, guys.
What about you?
He's a turkey man.
I know I hate turkey unless it's deep fried and then they don't do it right, and then I want to go to Popeyes.
Oh,
and that feels wrong.
So the next time, because I just randomly have 20-pound turkeys in my freezer because of who I am as a person.
You still have the. Oh, I almost said the wrong thing.
I do have.
You still have the.
The next, so I barbecue my turkeys, and they come out crispy as shit.
Yeah, you forgot.
Smoky.
I didn't hear it.
Next time I cook a turkey, I will invite you over because it's fire. I hate a baked turkey.
We were talking about the hot dogs.
Oh, My
You remember?
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
the hot
a
dogs.
particular brand of hot dog. You know,
Yep.
very
Which brand is
famous.
your favorite?
Ooh,
See?
Hebrew National.
Don't do it. Okay.
All right. I love you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm out. Peace.